Good evening. My name is Nicholas Haberdasher, the Conservative MP for Surrey South. I'd like to thank you, Mr. Chairperson and fellow party members, for inviting me to speak tonight. As you know, since our illustrious former party head quit the party, I've been campaigning tirelessly to take his place both as party leader and as the next Prime Minister. I want to tell you some stories about the amazing people and the amazing stories I found while on my journeys around this brown and unpleasant land we call Scotland and this slightly green and pleasanter land that is England. I started my journey with a visit to a hospital, Royal Surrey Hospital in fact, and I was visiting a woman who had become my dear friend within 5 minutes of me entering the room. At least I kept calling her my dear friend Marigold whenever a TV camera was on me. Marigold and I had a lot in common. You see, she votes Tory. She believes in our taxation plans, and let me outlay them to you now. We plan on a new sliding scale of taxation, as our colleagues, the Liberal Democrats, have requested to raise the tax boundary to £10,000. We're going to take that a step further. For those of you with incomes higher than £100,000, we're going to raise the tax boundary up to 150 so that we actually give you money. For those of you who earn more than £1 million a year, we're not going to tax you at all. So why are we saying this? Well, at the Tory party, we do believe in taxing the rich. We believe in taxing the rich and giving it to the richer. We believe in the recent abolition of the Financial Services Authority and giving all regulatory powers to the Bank of England, as announced today. After all, most of the Bank of England are Tories, and the last thing we want is money going to other people other than ourselves. Now let me get back to telling you about Marigold. Unfortunately, Marigold was not a happy woman, and why not? It's because she had to share a hotel room, and this is what our NHS has come to. And worse, she had to share the hotel room with a poor person. With someone, and this woman had a name like Gertrude or Gonorrhea or something. Marigold and I agreed that we should deal with the poor the same way. We should have a test, so that when they want children, they can only have one, and that they have to do a menial job that we Tories are too good for, like collecting dustbins, or working in trade unions, or even working at all. Marigold and I agreed that we should cut all benefits for the poor, and all the benefits of the welfare state, such as the right to life. Marigold and I agreed this so much, we together decided to help Gertrude in the next bed. Marigold took one side of the bed, I took the other, and together we signed the pact of the New Conservatives by treating Gertrude with kindness and gently smothering her in her sleep. We celebrated with a glass of Pimm's on the balcony. I then left to visit my dear Mumsy in Cambridge, and on the way home I saw a fox, and I just couldn't help myself. I clambered out of my car and set off down the road after it. But fox hunting is no fun if you're not riding. I quickly ran to the side of the road, and I found a beggar lying there. After wiping him down, in case I caught some of his poverty, I rode him and I rode him until I caught up with the fox. And then I bludgeoned it to death with my shoe. Now, while here, I also want to talk about our foreign policy. We're going to reintegrate our foreign policy with the United States. And in fact, President Obama and I have already spoken about our intention to join the United States as the 51st state. We're going to make changes to immigration. We are going to allow immigrants, as long as they're Russian and worth at least $1 billion. Everyone else is going to be forbidden. We also plan on joining the European single currency, which will hereby be named the European pound, which all of Europe will be joining us in, except for the French, because we don't like it. Finally, let me tell you about our new defence policy. We have today announced the SDSR, the Strategic Defence and Security Review, which is going to be run by the Defence Integrated Review Task Force, or DIRT for short. We can confirm one thing now. We will not be cancelling Trident. In fact, Trident is going to be sponsored by McDonald's and is now going to be named the McFoot in preparation for showing it to the French. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely grateful that you have taken the opportunity to listen to me today, and thank you for your continued support of the Conservative Party. My name has been Nicholas Haberdasher, Conservative MP for Surrey South, and to you I say, I'm now taking donations in return for favourable bills in Parliament. Thank you very much, and please continue to vote Tory. Thank you.